Hey, we're here at Indian Motorcycle of Lafayette. I'm here to check out the new 2017 Dark Horse Chieftain. I have not seen this bike yet, so I'm looking forward to this. Love the flat black. First thing I can say when I look at it, first thing I see about it is I love the flat black. It is definitely a no frills kind of bike. If you want to call it a no frills bike, it's very sleek, very sexy, very much an Indian. I like it. I like it. It's a different little style fairing there, and obviously the classic front fender. I like it. That's comfortable. I like the seat. Very comfortable seat. You know, it's funny because it's sleek and it's streamlined, but yet it's still got a nice beefy feel to it, which I like. I like that. It's a nice low center of gravity. You're sitting kind of low in the seat there, and it's just kind of, it still feels like it's got that big, I don't know, badass kind of motorcycle feel to it. Very smooth, very smooth. One thing I'll say about the Indian, like this bike here, I wear a size 12 shoe. Normally I keep my foot kind of hanging off the running board. But on the Indian, I have plenty of room for my feet. It's a very comfortable ride. You know, these are stock running boards. Obviously you can replace anything with custom parts and everything else, and you're always going to build a bike to fit you perfectly, but it's kind of nice when I get on a bike right out of the showroom floor that fits me as well. And I'll say this, we're having a fairing on here, which I don't ride a whole lot of bikes with fairings on it, but even with the fairing, it still has a very low center of gravity. It doesn't have that top heavy feeling like a lot of bikes do. Comfortable seat. I feel like I'm sitting up pretty tall. Very comfortable ride as far as suspension goes. Nice, comfortable, smooth ride. Didn't feel sloppy. As far as sometimes you get them so soft that you feel like you're kind of drifting through the curves. I didn't feel that at all. The LED screen's pretty easy to see. It's a pretty sunny day today. I've got my sunglasses on. Still read everything without a problem. Well, Dave, first let me say thank you for letting me take this out.
You're very welcome.
You know, obviously looking at it, it's obvious it's an Indian. Riding it, again, it's obvious it's an Indian. Something about the balance of the bike, you know, to where, and even with the fairing on the front, normally has more of a top heavy feel to it, but you know, even, you know, coming up to the stop signs and stuff, you can still come to a complete stop, take off without putting your feet down. You know, I really, I liked everything about it. I love the look of it, the solo seat, I love that. It's a big seat, so I felt like I was sitting up pretty high on it, you know what I mean? It was that part was about the only thing that I noticed. It was like, oh, I feel like I'm sitting up kind of high. But yeah, I mean, I love the room that you have for your legs and stuff with the running boards, the big running boards and stuff. I really like that. It would take me a while to learn all the electronic stuff.
It does take a minute to get through the new
panel
stuff. Yeah. Not something you're accustomed to with your Road King, right?
No, not so much. Not so much.
Yeah, this is the newest member of the Dark Horse family. They started out last year with the Chief Dark Horse, which is more of a cruiser model, and then they get into the touring models now with the Chieftain Dark Horse. They kind of left it old school, the matte paint finish, everything blacked out on it. It appeals to a different crowd than what you might expect from an Indian. I mean, you'll see the older style Indians with the big Valance fenders on them, and you get that on this too. So as you said,
right,
you could just by looking at it, it's an Indian.
Yeah.
But with the upgrades that they've done on the powertrains and everything else over the course of the last 2 or 3 years, and they got into to doing the different paint colors and things now. A lot of new stuff out for 2017, and this is the 2017 Chieftain Dark Horse, part of the Dark Horse family, and it's just they're just a blast to ride. You mentioned the low center of gravity earlier, and it's evident when you get on this how different they handle compared to many other different types of bikes.
No, I
no
agree.
question.
I agree 100%. You know, the little route I take, you know, it's got a spot there where I can get it around some curves. I can put a lean on it and just see how it feels, and yeah, it felt great going around the curves.
They do a real good job of sticking to the road. I own a Roadmaster, and I've become so accustomed to riding it that I feel so much more comfortable on that Roadmaster than I have really on anything else I've ever ridden. And we're kind of in the same boat. I've been riding about 40 years also, and that Roadmaster is one of the nicest performing motorcycles I've been on. And this is I hesitate to call it one step down from a Roadmaster, but it doesn't have the trunk, it doesn't have the lower fairings, things of that nature. Same platform, same touring platform, and just a fun bike to ride.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it, man. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.